Welcome to the Heidi Thorne Show. I'm your host, Heidi Thorne, and in this podcast, I share my real-world self-publishing and small business experience with you. So let's get started with today's show. You know what breaks my heart about self-publishing and self-published authors is when I see one of these authors post that they're going to take this or that self-publishing success program, and their hopes are so high for these programs. It breaks my heart because I know that a lot of these programs are just stringing them along and they cannot achieve the results that these programs promise. So I'm going to give you the world's best advice when it comes to self-publishing success. Build your fans on social media, YouTube, podcast, blogging, all of that. And you might have to run Facebook and Amazon ads. That's it. And you didn't even have to pay a dime for that. But at the heart of self-publishing success is just that. It's building your author platform, whether that's through organic posts or through paid advertising. That's it. Yet, some of these programs promise so many things to those who register. At the heart of the problem with these programs is the, if it worked for me, it'll work for you fallacy. It's just not true. Let's look at some of the crazier claims out there. I just got started and sold $10,000 or 10,000 copies of my book this month. Now, this claim can often be made by either the presenter or one of their happy program participants. The problem with this is that the advertised success is completely dependent on the person making that claim. And that may be an early result that they achieved. It is difficult to sustain high book sales or high book revenues consistently over time. So they may be touting the success of just post-book launch, where you might sell more books than you normally would. And their particular circumstances may have brought about this result. For example, I've seen a couple of them where they have backgrounds which they already had a large following. So be very careful about what circumstances have brought about these successful results. Here's another claim that I love. In 1999, I started my dream business and I have been successful ever since. Let's do a roll back to 1999. That was decades ago now. The world was a very different place. Amazon wasn't the monster it is now. We didn't have as much internet interactivity as we do now. Social media wasn't a thing. So when you look at some of their results, see when they achieved them. If they achieved them decades ago or earlier in their career, those circumstances don't apply to anything now. Look for current successes of the presenters or the happy testimonials. One of my favorites is, I use guest blogging or social media or whatever to get 10,000 new email subscribers. Yes, guest blogging is a good thing. Social media is a good thing. Email marketing is a good thing. But these programs tout them as surefire good things. I've done a lot of guest blogging in my career, and very rarely did it result in a groundswell of subscribers to my email list. More often than not, it really just helped the host of the guest appearance or guest blog, it helped them provide some quality content. And again, we have to roll back, when was that achieved? Because right now, email marketing is challenged. And I've talked about that before when we've talked about reader magnets. It's really hard to get people to opt in to email and to open their emails. So this isn't really an exciting claim. This next claim I've seen more rarely, but I always get a chuckle out of it when I do see it. I moved to, insert your favorite destination here, and my business is booming. Or I make money from my books while I'm relaxing on the beach. Oh my, this is so funny. The one that sticks out in my mind is a consultant who was in Europe, and she had moved to her ideal destination from a large metropolitan area in Europe to a very laid-back rural, or more rural, kind of environment. Well, yeah, she might make money because she's now in an area that might not have been served. So she might be the early adopter in her new area and reaping the benefits of that. So there's no beach scenario. This one I see often as well. And I almost was the one to disrupt the webinar, but I was glad that someone else did. So the program presenter was saying how one of her program participants started out with 2 email subscribers and now had like 1,000 email subscribers on her list. You're thinking, wow, if I could do that with your program, sign me up. Hey, I would have even signed up for that. But then this bold participant, that wasn't me, said, well, do I have to buy anything else other than your program? Here was the kicker. The coach said, well, you're going to have to invest in Facebook ads. So as we talked about in that reader magnet video in the past, it's hard to drive traffic without doing probably some significant advertising to see your email offer. So this person, the success story, probably invested a good deal of money, not only in this coaching program, but in Facebook advertising. Oh, it gets crazy, right? Here's something you should watch out for because it's easy to get involved with it. What about money back guarantees? And a lot of these programs have them. If you don't like this program or you haven't made $1,000 within the first month, or there's all kinds of funny little guarantees. So they think that that will encourage people to join the program, and yes, it will. They're banking on a couple of things. The first one is that people will forget that they took the program. It's very common in conferences and online training that most people don't act on the education that they get. So they know people will forget and just not ask for a refund. As well, these coaches know that they're going to have to refund a certain amount. There's going to be people who do it for legitimate reasons because they really didn't find the program helpful. That's legit. But others will just do it because they're freebie seekers. And so they'll sign up, they'll take the program, and then say, hey, I want a refund. So a money-back guarantee is not a guarantee of the quality of the program. So what should you be asking when you consider some of these online coaching programs, whether it's for self-publishing or something else? Number one, What unique circumstances could have contributed to the advertised success? Question number 2. When were the advertised results achieved? 3. Can these results be duplicated across industries and circumstances? If not, when and where are the results most likely to be achieved? 4. What else would I need to be, have, or do, or spend to achieve these results? 5. What qualifies this company or presenter to discuss this subject? So I hope you have found this helpful and that it helps you avoid spending money on some of these questionable programs. If you did find it helpful, please rate, review, and subscribe for free to the Heidi Thorne Show on whatever podcast platform you like to listen to podcasts on. I'm on Apple Podcast and Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcast, Podbean, and Amazon TuneIn Radio. Like the video better here on YouTube? Great. Just subscribe to my Heidi Thorne YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so that you'll get an alert when a new video like this is available. And I would appreciate it if you would share the Heidi Thorne Show with your author friends on social media. My self-published books are available on Amazon, Audible, and Apple Books. All you have to do is search for my name, Heidi Thorne, and you'll see a list on the author page of all the books that I offer there. If you would actually like training from me on self-publishing and doing an audiobook and a couple of other topics, I do offer my courses very cost-effectively and budget-friendly on Udemy. I will include a link to my Udemy profile and you can check them out, and there's free previews and see if any of those fit for you. If you want to connect with me, my website is HeidiThorne.com. Thank you so much for listening and for your support. I'll look forward to talking with you again in the next episode, and in the meantime, have a great day.